I think it's scientific.
Sorry, go on, Pearl.
Well, men and women sleeping around is different because if a girl is a virgin when she gets married, she has an 80% chance of a happy marriage. If she sleeps with more than 5 people, it drops down to 25%. Where men, their marital happiness goes up around 7 or 8 partners. Like they're more happy than 2 or 3.
Do you ladies know what pair bonding is?
No.
Pair bonding. Go on, Pearl. Give me the pair bonding.
So pair bonding, basically, it's basically your ability. I know that they actually don't use this term anymore because it's not the correct term, I guess. But what they're talking about is women's ability to bond. So the more people she's been with, the more she compares to previous partners, because we're naturally hypergamous and we want to get the best guy that we can. And so if, let's say, someone has sex with 30 people, what are the odds that the person she marries is the best that she's going to get? Probably slim, especially because men sleep down. Yeah. So a lot of times girls that are like 4s, 5s, and 6s think they're 8, 9s, and 10s because they're sleeping with 8, 9s, and 10s. But those guys would never be seen in daylight with you. So that's the issue that comes with sleeping around, is that like women think they're higher than they are, and then when they realize that these guys don't want to commit to me and they have to get something long term, then they're not satisfied with the guy that's actually on their level.
The more guys that a woman has sex with, the harder she finds it to actually settle down with that one guy. Like Pearl said, you're thinking about that. Within that time, there's been that one guy. There's been that one guy.
That's why I don't.
Okay, and so you're thinking about him. Like I said, there was a Netflix show on last year called Sex Life. I don't know if you guys saw it, where there was a woman on there who had the perfect life. She had the perfect life, perfect husband, perfect life. But she kept thinking about this one guy, right, that she was, attracted to in her 20s. And she basically destroyed her marriage for this guy. And it happens. Women can't get that one guy out of their head and they destroy their relationships for him.
And you know what? I can agree with that. This is why multiple dating is dangerous for women, at least. I don't multiple date, but I understand the concept why women do, because when you look at what you were saying, Pearl, in the sense of, we kind of, if we have the option out of, say, 10 men, then we're going to pick the best one that we feel is best suited to us. But I think it's a dangerous place to put yourself in, because we do sleep emotionally. Our emotions are there when we sleep with somebody. So I suppose if you're dating and you decide that you're not going to sleep with any of the people that you're dating, that's a little bit strange to me, because if I'm dating you, it's because I'm sexually attracted to you. So that means I'm now going to have to really, really control myself not to sleep with you. I would rather date one person at a time, so that if I do end up sleeping with you, there's an emotional attachment there, and I don't have to be thinking, oh my God, I've made emotional sexual attractions to multiple men. And then I'm sitting thinking, oh my God, which one's better than the other? No.
So then saying that now, acknowledging that, do you think that men and women are wired differently biologically? Do you think men are actually wired to be able to have multiple women more so than women are wired to have multiple men? And the reason why I say that, there's actually there's a book called Out of Eden by a guy called David Barash. And in that book, he states that previous to the Western ideal of one man, one woman type relationship, most societies were living in some kind of polygamous or polygynous type relationship prior to that. And what happened is, with the coming of these quote unquote Western ideals, people kept on saying, okay, well, one man, one woman. Whereas what we can see when it comes to one man, one woman, you've got 70% of people in marriages at least cheating. So it's like, are we actually wired differently?
Well,
I think we are. I'm sorry.
8,000 years ago, it was 17 women reproduced for one man.
Yeah. Say how long ago?
8,000 years ago.
It's not that long. Oh my God.
Yeah, if you look at
historically, that's not that
if you were to look at so biological drivers is something, and science, we are biologically different, and we have different biological drivers that determine what our purpose is in that sex category. Is different to gender. So society has made gender roles and gender constructs that's not scientific. So you're assigned a sex at birth, so you're male or you're female, and then is this my personal opinion?